Today's webinar is on MasterClass. So to start, what is MasterClass? So MasterClass is an online streaming service where celebrities and experts in their fields can make classes in video format and to teach people about their trade. So each class will have around 20 lessons that are around 10 minutes each, which you can complete at your own pace. Not all classes are this length. Some are longer, some are shorter, but it just depends on the class. Um, they have a wide variety of topics from various instructors, including Gordon Ramsay, James Patterson, and Margaret Atwood. So what are the origins of MasterClass? MasterClass was created by David Rogier by the help of Aaron Rasmussen in 2015. So David Rogier was inspired by his grandmother to create it after she told him that education is the only thing that someone can't take away from you. And his grandmother had left Poland right before the Nazis invaded, and she really wanted to go to medical school, but she kept getting rejected. But she kept trying to get in, and eventually she got accepted and became a doctor. So she was a big inspiration for him. And David Rogier wanted to create a place where anybody can learn anything from someone knowledgeable. So why is MasterClass a useful source? So it's a great tool to learn new skill from someone who's knowledgeable and experienced. It's a great way to learn more about celebrities and how they became successful in their careers. And even if you'll never become a professional at the skill or master the skill, it's a really cool opportunity to learn something new and improve the skill. So some of the available classes they have are in the following categories. So there's design style, arts and entertainment, music, business, sports and gaming, community and government, science and tech, home and lifestyle, wellness, food, and writing. Now there are lots of classes that fit into these categories, but some of them are different and they can fit in and out of the categories. So how to access MasterClass. So it can be accessed through their website, which is linked right there. And it can also be accessed through an app, which can be downloaded on the Google Play Store, the App Store, the Amazon App Store, or on the Roku Channel Store. So it's very easily accessible through lots of different platforms. So how to sign up. You can sign up for MasterClass by going to their website, which is linked there again, or you can also sign up on the app. And to create an account, you go to the login button and press sign up or create an account. It depends on the platform you're using. And you can sign up for an account with your email address, Google account, Facebook, or Apple account. So how much does it cost? MasterClass is a bit of an expensive service as it costs $240 per year, but this does give you access to all of their classes and you can use it there's no limit to how much you can use it. So since it is an expensive membership, but they do have a YouTube channel where they have small clips and trailers for a lot of the lessons. So this is a really good way to check it out and kind of decide if it's worth the money for you and if you want to invest in it. So the YouTube channel is linked right there. And within 30 days of purchasing a membership, you can cancel your membership and receive a refund if you decide you don't want to keep it and you change your mind. So how to find different classes that would interest you. So once the membership has been purchased, all of the classes on the service are available to view. Like there's no limit, you don't have to pay to access anything else. And you can browse the categories by searching keywords. You can look up a specific person. You can look at a list of all the classes, or you can go to the Discover page to find certain classes. So browsing the different categories. So once you sign up and log into MasterClass, there will be a list of categories at the top of the screen. And you can click on each of the categories to see classes in that category. You can also find these categories by clicking on the button that says Library, and it'll take you to the Browse section. So within the Browse section, there is a section that has all the classes. So this is basically just a big list of every single class they have to offer. And it's a great way to find different classes that you wouldn't normally think to watch, because even though there are categories, some of the classes you wouldn't think to find in those categories. For example, I think there's a gardening class that's in the food section. So it's a good way to find different classes that you wouldn't think to look in categories for. So you can also search for different classes in the library section. So there's a search bar where you can search based off of a keyword, for example, creative writing, and it will give you a class that matches that keyword. And you can also search for a specific celebrity if you want to see their class. For example, Neil deGrasse Tyson, if you want to see his class, or if you know anyone else who has a class, you can search for their name. And there's also the Discover page, which is kind of like the home page for MasterClass. It'll show you all the recent classes that you've watched, so you can continue watching them very easily. It also shows you the most popular classes available, so you can kind of see what other people are enjoying, and it'll give you recommendations on class to watch based on the previous classes you've watched, so it kind of takes in a bit of information. So if you've watched lots of classes like science videos, it will give you some other possible options that you would like. So some examples of specific classes they offer are Chris Hadfield, who teaches space exploration, Annie Leibovitz, who teaches photography, Serena Williams, who teaches tennis, and Alicia Keys, who teaches songwriting and production and music producing. So there are lots of different other people who make classes about different subjects, but these are just a few examples of some. So you can also add a class, and what adding a class does, it adds it to the list of classes you have. So if you're interested in adding a class, you can click on the class specifically and then click on the button that says add. And this will bring it to your home page so you can easily access it again, and it keeps track of track of the classes that you're watching to be able to find them quickly instead of having to search for them every single time you want to continue watching it. So to watch a class, once you find a class that interests you, you click on it to watch it, and you can watch the trailer if you want, or you can start from the beginning of the class by clicking the button that says Start Class, or you can scroll down and view all of the different lessons and click on a specific lesson that interests you if you don't want to watch the whole class. So most classes will also have a PDF to accompany the class, which you can download onto your computer, and all the PDFs will have content that relates to the class, and it can be found at the bottom of the page. So for this example, it's Gordon Ramsay. It accompanies his class. So it has some recipes and some cooking timelines and prep lists that you can add so you can view to see the recipes that he's talked about in his class. It's also a section for My Progress, and this section shows what classes and lessons that you've completed and watched. And it'll also give you some suggestions for new classes that you might like based on the ones that you've already watched. And there's a section that shows which classes you've started but haven't finished, so you can revisit them and finish them, because if you start a class but then forget about it, you might want to finish it, so it's easily accessible and you can just go there to finish it. And there's also a section that shows you which classes you've already seen, so you don't accidentally rewatch a class that you've already watched. So another cool thing about MasterClass is you can give the membership to somebody. So you can buy a membership for somebody else as a gift through their website directly. So to buy a membership for somebody else, you go to the very bottom of the website and there will be a little button that says gifts. And then you will enter your email address and the email address of the person you are sending the gift to. And then they will receive the account through email. And one of the cool things about this is you can select a specific date for the membership to start and to be sent. So if you want to give it to someone on their birthday, you can set it up so it'll send it to them on their birthday and start on their birthday. So it's a cool gift for somebody. So now we'll do a live demo of MasterClass. So this is MasterClass. This is the Discover page here. And there's a section here that's the most popular classes today. So you can see what other people are enjoying and you can maybe get some ideas on what classes to watch. It gives you some recommendations on what to watch. So there's like some cooking ones, some music producing ones. It just depends on what you've watched in the past. There's also some highlights from their most popular classes. You can kind of get an idea. You can kind of start watching a bit of the class and get an idea if you like it or not without committing to the whole class. And then there's the library section over here. And this is where you'll browse your topics and to try and see all the classes. So right now we're in the all section. So this is just a big list of every single class they offer. So the new classes are on the top. So this one is a new class on yoga foundation. So if you're interested in yoga, they have that. And here you can directly add it. So you'll add to your classes and you can access it very easily. This is just a long list. There's a lot of classes here that you can scroll through if you have the time. But there are also all the categories here. So you can see if any of these categories interest you. Say you're interested in cooking, you can click on the food and it'll give you a bunch of cooking and food classes to learn. And then you can also search for a topic or instructor. So say I'm interested in space, I would look up space and it would give me a class by Chris Hadfield on space exploration. So I'm going to click on that. It's just loading. It'll bring me to this page, and I can click on the Start Class button if I want to start it from the beginning, or I can watch a trailer of the class, and I can also add it to my classes if that's for easy access later on. You can also scroll down, and there will be the list of all the different lessons. This one's a bit of a longer class, like lessons do range in time from 6 minutes to like some of them are 23 minutes. It just depends on the lesson. And if you keep scrolling down, you can see the class resource, and this is the PDF. So you can download lesson recaps and see, which is really cool. You can see photocopies of handwritten notes that Chris Hadfield took to space. So each class resource is based on the actual class, and it accompanies the class for extra resources. And then if I want to, I can go back to the library section to see other classes. So I could also find that class by just looking up Chris Hadfield's name, and I just look up Chris and it'll come up. There's the button that says give a free week. So I can say I wanted to give my friend a free week of the class. I can select give a free week, and I'm not totally sure what'll come up here. And I can send it to my friend through email, and they will be able to access this masterclass free for a week. So they can access this class. It'll be like a 7-day free trial to masterclass. So that's basically it for masterclass.